have the Cylons. And these are some of the Legends in 3D made real nice cold cast molds.
In there.
Yeah.
Is there any interesting story? I mean, didn't they used to be Kenner or something that made the figures?
Yeah, Kenner was a division of Hasbro.
Okay, so it's always been Hasbro.
Yeah, Hasbro has always been the parent company, but Kenner was like the toy division of Hasbro because Hasbro made, electronic games and so many other things.
Okay.
And when Star Wars came out, it had the original Kenner logo on the back. Over the years, they kind of just merged them together, so Hasbro was the parent company, and Hasbro is the name that you see on the box. They're one and the same, though. Okay. Yeah, these are... You'd probably see some of these. These were some of the ones that I picked up at the Family Dollar. They're considered rip-offs of some of the Star Wars action figures. They call these Space Warriors. I mean, even the way they spell space is the same way that they would spell star in Star Wars, with the S and the P kind of merging together. And the action figure even has what looks like a lightsaber. So, and you could pick these things up for $1. So all their toy companies could mass market these and kind of make money off of the Star Wars name. And there's a lot of other...
do the characters, are they based on characters from Star Wars? Or?
Not really. I mean, you can't really see who that is. With a lightsaber, you'd see that might be like a Luke Skywalker. This weird-looking thing has almost like a hammerhead. Remember Hammerhead from the original? So that looks like a Hammerhead type of ripoff.
That is Hammerhead.
Yep. And that looks like a Greedo type ripoff.
Oh my God! Give me one more. That's really great.
And this looks like a Han Solo ripoff because he has the beard, and he has all the yellow lightsaber. And these are unpunched too. And then...
So are these worth something then? Or, I mean...
Probably not. Again, to me they are, because I just like the whole, not everybody gets to see these. Not everybody has these because they concentrate so much on the action figures that are put out in mass production into stores. I like these because they're from different companies. Like these are made from Mexico. These came from Mexico. And again, these are not licensed by Lucas. Nowhere on this packaging will you see anywhere where does it say Hasbro or Lucasfilm. And nowhere does it say Star Wars. But you can clearly see the Millennium Falcon and a Star Destroyer. And you can clearly tell that's Boba Fett. What they did was they took the mold, probably from China, and just made it in a larger figure. And the paint job was actually pretty good, and just called it something different, Galaxy Empire. But the card is very simple, the packaging is real simple, and there's nothing on the back. And they made a Boba Fett, they made a Stormtrooper.
Where did you find these? Or how did you even know about them?
I bought these from a dealer here in Knoxville, who... he didn't tell me where he got them, so I don't know. Who knows?
Somebody died to bring this to the
Possibly so. But they've come out with 2-packs.
This is the real Star Wars.
No, these are actually bootlegs too. These were not licensed either. They say Star Wars on these particular ones because these were made from another card. But it says it has a comic book in here, but it's really Shadows of the Empire packaging. But the figures that you get in these are not necessarily Shadows of the Empire.
So these must be made in another country for other countries.
Right. Mostly for either Mexico, China.
Because they can't be sold here, right? I mean.
No. Yeah, Lucas would definitely have these closed. Yeah, here's the ones I want to see too. These are probably the neatest and probably the most common Star Wars ripoffs. Yeah, they call them Star Warriors, and they're in Shadows of the Empire cards. And what they are, no matter what figure that you have, they all say AT-ST driver on them. They all have the same exact card. And the figures are clearly Star Wars, even though they're called Star Warriors. But what's fascinating about these is that the paint jobs are usually so bad. The Luke Skywalker is painted really, really poorly. The Darth Vader. There's another Luke and Coruscant Guard. Wow. There's a Leia Rouge action figure. And it's just the paint jobs are so poor on these. 3PO isn't too bad. R2. There's a poorly done Ben Kenobi. I mean, the paint job on the face, the clothing, it was so rushed. So they make these things, so fast and then sell them for probably extremely cheap for the Spanish market and the Mexican market.
And so the other ones you were showing me, they don't even have names on them. They don't even have like.
Yeah, exactly. All these are so generic, they just use the same packaging. Someone got the Star Wars card, the ATST driver card, and put all the action figures on them, and the backing is all the same too. The back all says exactly the same thing, regardless of what figure's in the package. And this is a Yoda. You can see how poor that Yoda is made.
Oh, that is really great. His eyes are terrible.
Mm.
Wow.
And I have the whole set of them.
Wow.
I was president of my church group in college, and I was a senior. She was a freshman, and we just kind of. She was actually dating my roommate at the time, and didn't work out between them. So she and I kind of got together, started dating. She'd never seen Star Wars. She didn't know that I was a collector. She knew that I liked Star Wars, so I made her watch the movies. She liked them, and then again in college I didn't really have a lot of space, money, to show my collection off. So I had a lot of it packaged up at my mom and dad's house. But then when I got into graduate school, I had my own apartment, and that's when the special editions came out in 1997. And my entire apartment was just nothing into Star Wars.
What did she think when she found out, or when she saw the extent?
Oh, she still thinks I'm crazy. I think about collecting this amount of items. She helps me though a lot. She's very understanding. Not too many wives would let the entire downstairs of their house be converted over to a Star Wars showroom. But yeah, she helps me a lot get a lot of stuff. She keeps her eye out for a lot of toys. When she hears about something or she sees something advertised on TV in the newspaper, or she hears about it from someone at work, she'll come home and tell me.